Welcome to the second session of ASP.NET. In the last session, we just saw the basics of ASP.NET, how to start a simple application, how to program in ASP.NET. In this session, we shall continue the programming in .NET, in ASP.NET, how variables can be used, how programming techniques can be used in ASP.NET. For that, we shall open the same solution. I'm sharing this screen. Visual Studio.NET 2019 is my version. We have already a program. Open it. This sample. Open it. The program we did earlier. A basic web application. Placing a label and the text is changed. This is my first ASP.NET web application. And we executed to form. My first ASP.NET web application. It was our previous program. Today in this session, we can perform a for-function calculation. Just close that web form. Click on the project menu. Then choose Add New Item. Add New Item dialog will be displayed. Add New Item dialog is displayed. Then select Web Form option. Click on Add button. The new web form is added to our solution or added to our project. The name of the web form is represented here, is displayed in the Solution Explorer webform2.asp. This is the source. Click on the design option. Here we are going to program for function calculation. For that, place a label here. Change the properties window. Locate the text property, the text to be shown for the label. Enter number 1. Enter first number. Beside that, place a text box. Then place another label and change the text for the control as enter number 2. Enter number 2. And place a text box for enter number 2. Then place buttons for the 4 options. First one is for addition. For that, you can use sum. After that, to find the difference, we can use minus. then 4 and 6 multiply. For the third function, product and the fourth one, place the button and the text is divide. 4 buttons are placed for function calculation: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Again place a label. Change the text to result and place one more text box to display the result. Text box to display the result. So in this text box 1, the first number is inputted. In this text box, that is text box 2, the second value is inputted. After entering these two numbers, any of the function in button 1 for addition, button 2 for subtraction, button 3 for multiplication and button 4 for division. Click any of the button to obtain the result. This is our objective. Then just execute the project. Our webform2.aspx will be executed. Will be executed in the web browser, default web browser. Will be executed in the default web browser, and we can see what we have designed here in the web form. It will be displayed in the web browser. Since internet is connected, this dialog is displaying. We shall continue to localhost. The localhost port number and webform2.aspx is displayed. In the web browser, we can see enter number 1. Suppose we are entering 25 here and 25 here. If sum is clicked, we want 50 here. If minus is clicked, we want 0 here. If product is clicked, 25 into 25, 625, it should be displayed in this text box. If divide is clicked, 25 divided by 25, 1 should be in this text box. It is our objective, it is our aim. Then how we have to code this program? We want the code to add in the sum button, the code to subtract in the minus button, the code to multiply in the product button, the code to find the quotient in the divide button. These two values are the operands and these are the operators. We shall check how this code will work, how this code can be performed. Double click on the sum button. A window is displayed. Here we are going to code that particular button, that is add button. In the third text box, that is text box 3 dot text. Text box 3, text box 3 dot text equal to, the first operand is in the text box 1, so text box 1 dot text plus text box 2 dot text. The content in the text box 1 is added with the content in the text box 2. and that expression, the result of that expression is stored in text box 3. Note that the text property is a string property. When two strings, textbox1.text is a string, textbox2.text is a string. When these two strings are added together, the after effect will be the concatenation. So we want, our objective is to add two numbers. We want integer addition. So the text should be converted to integer. To what type? We want the data, the data type name dot parse. Data type name dot parse. Parse method. The parameter string is passed as the parameter. Here we are passing textbox1.text as the parameter. Now the textbox1.text is converted into integer value. Again textbox2 into dot parse, textbox2.text. The second string is converted into integer. Now check the right hand side. Two integers are added, and where it should be stored? On the left hand side it is a text property. So these two integers are added. Now the right hand side is a numeric value. This number should be converted to string. Since C# or the .NET programming, here we are using the C# programming language. It is strictly type safe, or data type is strict there. It is type safe. An integer value cannot be stored into a text value. To a text location, integers or numbers cannot be stored. So again this numeric value, now this is a single numeric value, it should be converted to string. To convert to string, we can use toString method. Now check the code. The textbox1 is converted to integer. Here the textbox2 is converted to integer. Two integers are added together to form a numeric value, and it is converted to string and stored in the text box. These operations are happening in this corresponding add button. Now execute it. Now execute it. The form is displayed in the browser. Enter number 1, 25. Number 2 is 25. Click on the sum button. 25 plus 25, 50 is obtained here. Instead of 25, I have put 250 here. Click on the sum button. 250 plus 25, 275 will be obtained. Suppose this is 2500. 2500 plus 250, 2750. Suppose 25 plus 2500. The sum is 2520. The sum button is coded. Similarly, minus, product and divide should be coded and executed. I just copied the code. Click on the minus button to enter the code for minus. Instead of plus, I am putting minus operator here. Then star operator for multiplication, and slash operator for finding quotient of. Execute the project. We shall check the output. Here I choose enter 25. Operand 1 is 25 and operand 2 is 25. Click on the sum button. The sum is 50. Click on the minus button. The difference is 0. Click on the product button. 25 into 25. The product is 625. Click on the divide button. 25 divided by 25. The value quotient is 1. Thus, for function calculation operation can be performed. So, check the code. What we have performed is the operand 1 is inputted in the text box 1. Operand 2 is inputted in the text box 2. Since these text box hold values on text property, these are basically strings. They are converted into the desired data type. Here we are converted it into integer. Suppose we needed a double data type, then we will use double dot parse. Suppose we want to convert it into floating point data type, float dot parse, data type name dot parse. So thus addition, subtraction, multiplication and division for function calculated operations can be performed in that. I think you all understood the code. All of you do it and check whether the program is executing or not. Okay, thank you.